Hi guys, so tonight we are at the Boardwalk and we're going to be checking out Flying Fish, which recently reopened here after being closed for about 2 years. I've heard nothing but good things about this restaurant. I've never actually eaten here before, so I'm really excited. So come along, let's go have some fun. So these are little moist towelettes. You take them and you dunk them in the water and then they sort of expand. It is a rose water that they give you, so it's just a little thing to freshen up. Alright, this is the Pacific Island Punch. It is Mount Gay Eclipse rum, guava, papaya, pineapple, and mango juices with a bruleed banana for $14. Another cool thing they have is rare wines by the glass. You can get a 1-ounce pour, a 3-ounce pour, a 5-ounce pour, or a bottle. They range in price. Some of them are like $10 for 1 ounce and some are $32 for 1 ounce. It all varies. The bread is an onion potato bread. It comes with house churned butter with sea salt on top. For appetizers, we got the Lobster Bisque, which is $16. It is sambuca and it comes with a chive oil. And we also got the slow roasted pork belly with spiced apples and a cherry gastrique, which is $16. For an entree, Steffi got the Filet Mignon with asparagus, sweet onion risotto, and a truffle sauce. This one is $59. And I got the seafood pearl pasta with shrimp, lobster, scallops, clams, and mussels. This is $55. For a dessert drink, we got the peanut butter freeze, which is Kahlua, Bailey's, creme de banana, dark creme de coco, and peanut butter, and that one is $14. Finally, for dessert, we decided on the Cocoa Breach, which is vanilla custard, chocolate bois, and a fouilletine crunch for $14. And finally, off of the kids menu, we're going to get the s'more time at the beach. So we are all done at Flying Fish. Let's start with the first drink, the Paradise Punch. It was okay. I would have liked if it was a little bit sweeter. It was fruity, it was light, it was refreshing, but I would have liked if it was a little bit sweeter. Next up, the bread, the potato onion bread was pretty good. It paired really nicely with the lobster bisque. The crust was nice and crispy and the bread itself was really soft and it paired really well, obviously, with the butter or they wouldn't serve it with it. But the bread was pretty decent. It was some of the better bread that we've had in Disney. Moving on to appetizers. So the soup was pretty good. It was a little sweet, which was a little odd for me, but it wasn't too tomatoey, it wasn't too fishy. Overall, definitely a really nice lobster bisque, one of the better lobster bisques that we've had. The pork belly was actually kind of a disappointment. I had heard so many good things about it and I really wanted to try it, but overall I didn't like it. It did taste better when I paired it with the chopped apples that were on the plate. The potato was decent as well. Overall, I would recommend the bisque over the pork belly. On to entrees, the seafood pasta was pretty good. My only complaint would be that the lobster was relatively chewy. I've actually heard that from a couple different people that were around us that got it. But the other seafood was really nice. I really enjoyed the scallops, which were my favorite piece of seafood on the plate. The sauce was a really nice, like lobstery sort of red sauce that I definitely enjoyed. Overall, was it worth the $55? That I'm on the fence about that. Steffi's Filet, she said it was a pretty solid steak. The sauce was really good. They did butterfly the steak and it was hard to cut at times, but overall it was one of the better steaks that we've had in Disney for sure. Definitely recommend that over the seafood, even though it is sort of like comparing apples to oranges. So, the dessert, I got the peanut butter freeze drink, which is the dessert unto itself, to be completely honest. It was rich, it was peanut buttery, it was like you put peanut butter, banana, chocolate in a blender and made a frozen drink and added alcohol. It was like everything that I really liked in a dessert all in one. I definitely recommend that over the Paradise Punch that we got earlier, but again, it is really like comparing two different kinds of things. But if you had to pick one, I would recommend the peanut butter freeze. The s'mores dessert was only $6, and you saw the size of that. It was a really nice dessert. There was a weird like a marshmallowy custard on the bottom of the tart. Overall, it was a solid dessert, especially for being on a kids menu. And for only $6, you can't really beat that for a dessert. Finally, we have the Cocoa Breach, which was a rich, decadent, chocolatey dessert. To be honest, it was a little too chocolatey for me. Presentation is beautiful. It would have benefited from maybe a raspberry gel or a raspberry like sauce on the plate along with it to just sort of cut that chocolate a little bit, because overall it was really good, a nice way to finish, but it was rich. It was a heavy way to finish the meal, and it's definitely shareable, so keep that in mind. Overall, it was a fairly good meal. The service was spectacular, some of the best service that we've had. The food, though, I found it to be a little lackluster for the price. I had heard so much good things about this restaurant that maybe I came in with expectations that were a little bit too high. So the restaurant itself is closed right now at time of filming on Mondays and Tuesdays, and it is really difficult to get reservations. I mean, we've been looking for a while, and this just happened to pop up. Even at the 60-day mark, it is really hard to get reservations here. So keep that in mind. If you do want to eat here, definitely 60-day mark, get those reservations in. So they do have a lounge here. It opens at 5 o'clock with the rest of the restaurant. It is first come, first serve, so if you do really want to eat here, I would recommend checking out the bar area right when they open at 5 o'clock. So the big question is, would I come back? And to be honest, I'm a little bit on the fence about that. It was a good meal overall, but for the price, it just wasn't there for me. So it is kind of a special occasion restaurant. The prices are high. It is a fine dining restaurant. The restaurant itself is absolutely gorgeous, to be completely honest. Like, it's bigger than I anticipated, but it is a really nice restaurant. You sit down, you're there for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours for your meal. So keep that in mind when you are planning out your day. If you do get a reservation here, to factor in that time. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end here. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new here. I do a bunch of food reviews, and I go around Disney and sometimes Universal, checking out all the different things and bringing it to you guys. So thank you again, and always remember to soar over the magic. See you guys!